بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وبعد. We have here a very long question in my opinion. Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Many videos have been made for the new students or coming students for the madrasa. I have noticed many students wanting to study a madhab but not understanding how they should go about choosing one. So, 1. How should a new student choose which madhab to study? A new student is a mujtahid in choosing the madhab he or she wants to study. Whatever their preferences are, hopefully they are good preferences and they are wise people. Otherwise, it will be a very bad decision that they make. They are entitled to choose the madhab they want to study. It's like al-mustafti, or the layman who does not have a madhab. His madhab is the madhab of his mufti, and he is or she is a mujtahid in choosing the mufti they seek. The only difference here is that we are talking about a madhab, it's somehow simpler. It's very simpler. Why? Because if you are choosing a mufti, we will require you somehow to understand what is required for a person to be a mufti or a teacher. It's like choosing a shaykh with whom you study. So we will require you to have an idea what these things are. Please, this is a good chance. I almost forgot. This is a good chance to remind you to go and study تذكرة السامع والمتكلم. It has been so far we've done 3 parts of it. So 3 parts of it, 3 different sections of the book. Each section discusses something. You can study the first one later, but begin with either the second one or the third one. The second one, the manners of the teacher or shaykh. The third one, the manners of the students. If you want to study both of them at the same time, it's fine. I would prefer that you study the second, then the third. However, if you want to join us now and attend the live durus, join the third, then when you finish it, join the second, or take both of them at the same time if you have enough time and you will not be distracted, because we are discussing 2 different topics. Yes. So this is a very good thing, and it helps you choose your mashayikh, because the whole concept here is that you get to choose your mashayikh. In this in our practice, the old-fashioned way of studying, right? You go to al-masjid, you see a lot of circles, you choose one of them and sit. Yes. It's a free country, ya mashayikh. It's simpler when you talk about the madhab, because you're not talking about the shaykh. You have 4 madhab, you get to choose any of them. And apparently, I do not allow anyone to choose a madhab other than the 4 madhab. Because there is no madhab other than the 4 madhab. No existing madhab. For this, and this topic has been discussed in the great treatise authored by Shaykh al-Hafiz Zayn al-Din ibn Rajab, الرد على من اتبع غير المذاهب الأربعة, the response of the refutation of the ones who follow other than the 4 madhahib. We've already, I think I explained it in Arabic and in English, if I remember correctly. What may be some key attributes of the Hanbali madhab to consider when choosing? Before going to this second question, I need to remind you that find a madhab that has a shaykh in your country. Yes, for in the West you will not find Hanbali teachers, a lot of Hanbali teachers. You find very few of them. They do not exist in your countries. So in the US, for instance, very few Hanabila in the US. Very few. And a lot of the Hanabila in the US do not reach a high level of scholarship. And if we exclude the ones with like they are like these, they are inclined towards the way of Ibn Taymiyyah, and they are, or they are Wahhabi actually. If we exclude them, we we will be left with very few people who do not possess a high level of scholarship, to the best of my knowledge. Yes. What may be some key attributes of the Hanbali Madhab to consider when choosing to study it? I do not like these things. Yeah, I'm not going to promote the Hanbali Madhab by like marketing the Hanbali Madhab, or this is no. These practices are. I do not find these things appropriate. Not for a scholar, not for the Madhab. And even if we hire a person like who specialized in marketing, I do not think these things are appropriate. They used to do these things in which a person talks about his madhab for maybe like 30 minutes. So they bring a lot of people who are supposed to choose their madhab. They bring 4 shuyukh of the 4 madhab, and everyone talks about his madhab for 30 minutes. And when people leave the lecture hall, they go and they sign up for their madhab. They used to do this in one of the schools here in Egypt. This is inappropriate. I think it's a huge degradation. No way. Key attributes of the Hanbali madhab. If a person does not know how to choose a madhab, probably this person will not understand the key attributes of the Hanbali madhab. So I need to talk in a way that this person understands. So I will need to mention things about the madhab, not key attributes, but things that this person would consider as, or would regard as key attributes. صح? The key attributes of the Hanbali madhab, and this is probably relevant to the third question in addition to the second question, if beneficial, could you mention a few comparisons and contrasts to the other madhab? No. Do I care about the other madhab? No. I only care about the Hanbali madhab. Why? Because there are other people who are fulfilling the fard al-kifaya, the obligation of serving the other madhab. And because of their service, I have been freed to serve this madhab in particular. I am focused on this madhab. No way. And it is ridiculous. These are the things that laymen like. Forget about this. دعك من هذا. Forget about this. This is not the way. I do not want views. I do not want the trends. I do not want reach. I do not want all these things that you talk about, you people on social media. خلاص. I just want very few people who are like firmly grounded to become scholars, to teach another generation, and so on. This is. You've discussed how to be a Hanbali, but what do you expect or hope for in Hanbali students? As I said before, I hope that Hanbali students, especially, maybe this reaches people in the future. I think the same thing applies to you. Yes. And if allow some appropriation and consult your shuyukh. However, for Hanbali people in these times, try to avoid social media, because you are one man. Yes. In another madhab, there are like in the same position. In other madhab, there are like 10 people, and you're just one man. So one man versus 10 people. I'm not trying to say that we are in competition with other madhab. This is not true. I'm just telling you, how do people fulfill fard al-kifaya, the obligation of preserving and developing these madhab? 10 people are doing your job in another madhab, and one of you, 10 people, actually more, 10 is not even accurate. I'm just, imagine if they are just 10. Yeah. You need to work more to make or exert more efforts, to dedicate more time, to, most importantly, to have a belief, a strong belief, strong faith in the cause. If you chose this madhab randomly, I think if it's just a random decision, you should have chosen a different madhab, please. And if you are still at the very beginning of studying the madhab, like first or second book, I think there is still time to change your madhab. Just go find another madhab. Dedication is very important. You have to believe in this madhab being one of the most, I want to say it's a comprehensive madhab, and I mean, what I mean actually by saying this is that this is the madhab that teaches you al-fiqh, and it teaches you al-aqaid, and it teaches you al-ihsan or tasawwuf. So if you just attend to this, if you just attend the durus of this madhab, the works of this madhab, if you are a student of this school, not al-madrasa al-Hanbaliya where I teach, this school in general, I think you do not need anything else. Hence, you've been sufficed. Hence, make the best use of your time. I can't really convince you. If you are not convinced, I can't convince you. I can't really tell you, yeah, here is the cause, here it is. So now you go study the Hanbali. You have to read, and you have to know, and you have to attend the durus. And yeah. Hopefully this helps some people. We've discussed how to be Hanbali. We've answered this. Yeah. I've mentioned before that in order for a person to be Hanbali, you have to study ulum al-hadith, the Arabic language, and even ulum al-hadith is much more important actually. But you also have to study the Arabic language. I'm not saying to be like very good at the Arabic language. This is even better. But you have to study the Arabic. You have to start studying the Arabic language now, if you are listening to me. But I do not want to repeat myself. I have already discussed these things in a different or in different videos. I'm not sure. That's it. والله تعالى أعلى وأعلم وصلي اللهم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين.